Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I know it's probably pretty bad audio-wise because I just smashed my camera microphone into a million pieces on accident walking out here. But just bear with me. I ordered another one. It should be good for tomorrow, and we should be all set there. But in today's video, I want to discuss how to fish a tournament that you have very limited practice for or no practice at all. I know that you guys out there might have a really tight work schedule that they won't give you the time off to go practice, or you're in college and your professor doesn't want to give you the time off to go. Or, I mean, even if you just go down there and you put the boat in the water and you go to take off and you put the trolling motor down and the trolling motor's broken and it won't work. Now you got to get off the water and spend the rest of the day trying to figure out how to fix that issue. I've been there. I've done it all. I've had all these problems happen to me. I know it sucks, but just something you got to deal with. These are some tips for the actual event that will probably save the day for you. So with that said, what I want to talk about first is two things you need to be doing regardless of practice. Even if you can practice or you can't practice. These are the first two things you need to do before you get to that lake. You need to watch the weather like a hawk, for number one. You need to determine what cold fronts are going to come through or what is changing in the weather leading up to the event. At least 5 days prior. You need to see if it rains. Like I said, if a cold front comes through. Anything that's going to change the attitude of those fish, you need to be ready for. The second thing I want to talk about is to determine the seasonal pattern of the bass. What time of year is it? Is it the summer? Are you going to catch them out deep if your lakes are deep? Or is it spring and those fish are using hard cover and rock up on the bank trying to warm up? You need to kind of have a thought of what is going on at that lake before you get there. Now, don't be set in stone on that. Let the fish tell you, but you need to have somewhere to narrow your search. And taking in seasonal patterns is the most important thing when it comes to doing that. Now, once you get there and you get the boat in the water, now you're pre-tournament, you're just about to take off, whatever. Get the boat in the water, look at your water temperature. That's another huge one to determine where you're at in that cycle. If you're in the pre-spawn, is it early pre-spawn? Is it mid pre-spawn? Just determine what that water temperature is going to tell you. So if it's the beginning of the pre-spawn, you're probably going to be fishing a little bit deeper if that water is still in the 40s. You're going to have to fish a little deeper, a little slower. Or if it's in the high 50s, you know you're going to be up there hitting the bank because those fish are going to be shallow. So just keep those seasonal patterns in mind and use the water temperature to determine how deep you're going to be fishing to an extent. Like I said too, the other thing, when you get there, what kind of day is it? That goes hand in hand with watching the weather, but we all know how that goes. The weather's never accurate. So once you get there, what is it like? What are the conditions like? Is it super sunny? Is it a high pressure system? Is it cloudy and rainy? If it's super sunny, you know you're probably going to be fishing bottom baits. You're going to be fishing like a small jig or a small shaky head worm. That's the other thing. I said small. You didn't have any practice. You need to get all the bites you can. So downsize your baits a little bit to try to get some more bites. That is huge when you're fishing an event that you don't know what's going on for the most part in. Now, you need to fish areas that are known for having fish. Fish community holes. They're community holes for a reason, but fish them different. Like I said, small baits are a perfect place to start. The community holes. Fish live there all year round. Great cover to fish. If you're on nothing or if you just don't have any practice, go find some riprap. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Go find some riprap. They live on that stuff all year long. Go find some bridges where they pinch together. You can fish the pinch point of the bridge because that's a natural funnel that those fish are going to use all times of the year. So bridges, riprap, boat ramps are another really good one. You guys know in the Ozarks, there's always that guy who drops a brush pile at the edge of the boat ramp, especially if they have a tournament there. Release areas are another fantastic one. If you're a local and you know of some areas that guys have had tournaments in, go in there and finesse fish for them. You know they're there. They just put them there. They didn't swim across the lake. So keep that stuff in mind. Just go to where you know there are bass and start your search. As far as baits go, like I said, downsize it. This is a little buzz bait, a little one. I really like throwing that. That's a standard size spinner bait, but you can downsize it. Cut your skirt down, do all that crazy stuff. A crankbait, another one. Downsize it, go smaller. But you guys get the gist of bait-wise. Do something different in those community hole type areas, and you're going to catch a ton of fish. So keep those things in mind when you're going to a tournament that you haven't had really any practice for, and you're going to do a lot better and save that event or salvage those points, whatever you're trying to do. Just keep that stuff in mind. So if you guys like this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.